Conservative Party spokesmouths Helen Whately and Katie Lamb have been busy spreading a particularly vile lie that workshy families are claiming far more than they should under the benefit cap and that they'll put a stop to it. They won't. Most obviously because families aren't doing those things. Here's Whately on X on May 3. Thousands of households claim £50,000 plus in benefits every year. You have to earn 65k for that income through work. It's not fair and we can't afford it. The state does not owe those who refuse to work a living. Conservatives will end golden tickets to unlimited welfare. If any adult in a household can work, they must. On May 5, she added, hundreds of thousands of households claimed £32,200 plus in benefits last year. 16,000 of them claimed £60,000 plus, almost 2 times the average annual take-home pay of a British worker. Conservatives will tighten the household benefit cap to make sure work always pays more than benefits. Lamb wrote, more than 600,000 households across the country are now getting paid more in benefits than the average family earns from work. And it's the working people who are being taxed to cover the cost. We can't keep squeezing hard-working people to pay for those who don't work. Members of the public responding to Whately seem to be more aware of the actual situation than she is. Here's one. The total household benefit cap is 25k. The only exception is for those with medical needs who probably can't work. You're a ghoul. Another. Anybody claiming this much is by definition unable to work, as they cannot qualify for it otherwise. Your entire argument is based on nothing. And this one struck closer to Whately's home. Your husband, whose energy company went bust owing HMRC money, is now living in a publicly funded house paid for by benefits. Is he a benefits scrounger too? That I don't know about, but may try to find out. As for the rest, Whately and Lamb are distorting the facts, deliberately considering all the relevant information is available to them and they are ignoring it. Let's start here. The UK's household benefit cap is currently around £25,000 a year for families outside London. Anyone receiving more than that is therefore not legally subject to the cap. They can't be. And the exemptions aren't rare cases. They cover entire categories of claimants. This is all legal and entirely within the rules, as Whately and Lamb must know. Households can exceed the cap if, for example, someone receives disability-related support, as Whately and Lamb must know. So, when Whately says, if any adult can work, they must, she's sidestepping the fact that many claimants simply can't work. Then there's the composition of those large totals. These eye-catching numbers aren't from claiming a single benefit. They are an aggregate of multiple streams, including housing support, disability payments, and others. Housing is crucial here. If a family rents privately in an expensive area, housing benefit or the housing element of universal credit can be very high. But that money is effectively passing through to a landlord, not sitting as disposable income. Yes, employed people have to pay for their housing too, but the difference is that Whately and Lamb are comparing total benefits with the average employee's take-home pay, after such outgoings have been deducted. Treating benefits as equivalent to wages is misleading, as Whately and Lamb must know. There's also more sleight of hand in comparing benefit totals to average take-home pay. The comparison ignores the fact that benefits are calculated on household need, not individual earnings, that working households have other costs, for example, commuting and childcare, and those aren't reflected in the comparison, and that disability benefits are meant to offset extra living costs incurred by a claimant's condition, not provide surplus income. Put it all together, and what's being left out is the structure of the benefit system itself. Strip away the caps, exemptions, what counts as income and who these households actually are, and the numbers can be made to look as though there's a large pool of people choosing not to work and living lavishly on benefits. The underlying facts don't support that narrative, as Whately and Lamb must know. Oh, and then there are the falsehoods in what Whately and Lamb said. If any adult in a household can work, they must. What if one of the benefits being received is a carer's component? They do work. I know, I've been a carer. And they save the government around £184 billion a year, according to current estimates, as Whately and Lamb must know. Conservatives will tighten the household benefit cap to make sure work always pays more than benefits. By that token, a wage-based comparison rather than a needs-based calculation, people with severe disabilities would not be able to survive, as Whately and Lamb must know. It's the working people who are being taxed to cover the cost. We can't keep squeezing hard-working people to pay for those who don't work. But we've just seen that people on benefits do work, like carers, who save the government more than the entire benefits bill every year. The government is making a net saving from benefits, as Whately and Lamb must know. But they're not admitting anything because it doesn't suit their agenda. I've been Mike Sivier of Vox Political, and if you found this useful, or if you believe in independent political journalism, help me keep it going. Donate £20 or more, and I'll send you a signed copy of my book, Strong Words in Hard Times. See, it does exist. Links below. Thank you for watching, and you'll see me in the next one.